Hello and welcome to Beads Jar. My name is Billy and in today's tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to make this beautiful Swarovski and pearl bracelet. This one's been designed by Sarah, one of our designers here at Beads Jar. I hope you enjoy the tutorial. For our project we're going to be working with our lovely Swarovski pearls and the Swarovski crystals in an 8mm. I've got an extension chain and a magnetic fastener. We're going to be using this as a security chain and adding a jump ring onto it, so I've got a 5mm jump ring as well. Crimps to finish off our end and the crimp covers as well to give us a beautiful finish. We'll be threading it onto our Beadalon. Any Beadalon, 0.18 or 0.6 will do. I've just picked up this Plier 0.12. And tool wise, I'll be working with side cutters and a pair of flat nose pliers. Right, so I'm going to start by picking up my 5mm jump ring and my flat nose pliers, and I'll show you how to open up your jump ring correctly. So you want the split of the jump ring facing up and away from you, and you're going to hold onto the side with your flat nose pliers. With a nice tight grip, I'm going to then push one side of the jump ring away from me and bring one towards me to open it up. And I'm going to bring the extension chain that I'll be using for this project, and I'm actually going to add this jump ring onto the last link of chain next to the little heart charm. To close my jump ring, I'm just going to push one side and bring that back towards me, closing the jump ring and making sure that I have no gap there. So this is going to give me my security chain for this bracelet. So I've got the two jump rings now, and we have our magnetic fastener. So this will go either side of the magnetic fastener. First I'll thread up the beads that I want to put on this project. So I'll use a 20cm length of the cable wire, and I've just got one of my crimp beads here, and I'm going to take that on to the wire and about 2 centimeters down. I'm going to go through the jump ring on the chain, and I'm going to go back down, so back away from the jump ring and through the crimp bead with my wire. Holding the tail end, I'm going to take that crimp bead up to the jump ring, and I'm going to crush that flat. So nice firm grip. You may notice I'm actually about 1mm away from the jump ring because I'm going to be putting a crimp cover on here as well. So I've got my crimp bead in my pliers, and I'm going to just give that a nice firm crush, which is crush the crimp bead, and that's nice and flat and secure on the cable wire. And then we're going to take the crimp cover and place this around the crimp, if you've not worked with these before. So the crimp is going to sit inside this crimp cover, and then the crimp cover will become round just to hide that end as well. So I've got my pliers either side of the crimp cover, and we're just going to fold that in. So gently, you're just going to tease the sides of this crimp cover together to give us this round ball that hides the crimp inside. Next onto the thread, we're going to be adding our crystals, so the Swarovski pearls, sorry. And we have 10 of these, so I'm going to add all 10 onto the wire, and then we'll make up the length of the bracelet required with our 8mm crystals. So you're just going to thread these onto your wire, and when we get to our crimp, we're just going to tuck this tail end back into the crimp beads. So this will just hide inside our pearls. And you're just going to keep threading. So I've put all the pearls on, and now we're going to start with the 8mm crystals. As I say, we're going to add the 8mm crystals to the length that you require for your bracelet. So just keep threading, maybe add 15 and check your length, and then decide if you need to add any more after that as well. So you're just going to thread up your crystals, and they're going to sit next to your pearls on the wire. For my length on this one, I've added 14 of the crystals. So we've got 14 crystals and the 10 pearls. And we're going to finish off the end. I want to take away this tail end that I'd added at the beginning. So while I've still got the movement in the wire, I'm just going to use my side cutters and I'm going to take that away. So we're just going to cut that excess wire off and take the pearls back down so that we don't have a gap here. And there's my crystal end, and I'm going to attach this now. So we're going to pick up our crimp bead and go through the jump ring that we added at the beginning that was next to the heart charm, sorry. So we're going to go up through there with our wire. So there we have the crimp bead and the wire going through the jump ring. And I'm going to take the wire back on myself through the crimp bead, and I'm going to also go through the first 3 8mm crystals and then take the wire out. So if I can pick that up. So we're going to take that wire back, crimp bead first, but not the jump ring, and the first 3 crystals. And if you notice, the tail ends come out of the crystal there, and then I can pull that in. So we've got it through the jump ring and the crystals. And I'm going to hold one side of my wire here to bring that wire nice and neat so we don't have a huge loop of wire on show, because we don't want that and it doesn't look very good. Before I crush my crimp bead here, I'm going to take the excess wire off. So I'm going to get in as close as I can with my side cutters and take away the wire. Use my pliers and I'm going to crush that crimp bead flat. So one nice firm movement to crush the crimp bead. We then have our crimp cover that we used on the other side as well to go around this. So using the flat nose pliers, and you're going to place your crimp cover over the crimp bead. Get that into position. Pliers either side. And we're just going to give that a firm squeeze to make that the ball shape like we did with pearls. Okay. So this is our extension chain that we've added. Obviously that gives us a very large bracelet, and this is where we're adding in the magnetic fastener to bring that, and that way you can have the security and peace of mind that if your magnet catches, your bracelet won't just fall off. So we're going back to the jump rings that we added at the beginning, and you're going to get the jump ring opening, so the split in the jump ring, you just need to find with your fingernail. So I've got the split at the top, and I'm going to open that up. So I'm just going to open the jump ring, and I'm going to hook on my magnetic fastener. You then want to close that jump ring, making sure there's no gap again. And then we swip that round, and we're going to add that side. So we just want to find the split, oops, which obviously was not closed well enough, so I'm opening that up, hook our magnet fastener on, and also the loop of our wire here. So I'm just going to pull those around a bit, and we just want to close this jump ring together again. So we've got all the components on there, and we close that back, Make sure no gap, as soon as I had one earlier and I'd missed it. And that gives you the fastening and this security chain. So when you open your fastener, it won't just simply fall off and you'll lose your bracelet. And that just holds together, giving you that very nice wedding themed bracelet with the Swarovski crystals and pearls. Thank you for watching our tutorial today. If you've enjoyed it, give us a big thumbs up, and remember you can also subscribe now to our YouTube channel to watch all of our latest designs and creations and see what inspirational new beads we have coming into stock. Until the next time, bye bye.